So welcome to my episode on the PlayStation 5 Pro. Yes, Sony just announced it. It's coming out November 7th this year, 2024. And there's the PlayStation 5 and this is the Pro version. We had it with the PlayStation 4 and we got the Pro version there. I'm going to talk about this and I'll ask you guys before I begin, what do you think about the PlayStation 5 Pro? What do you think about the price? We're going to get into it all. Let me know down below. So I woke up this morning and I was watching the presentation, this 9-minute presentation showing the PS5 Pro and all of its new features and the price points and all those great things. And I gotta say, I was a little disturbed, to say the least. I was a little disturbed. And the reason why is because you're getting a little bit more for a lot more money. And that's what it realistically is. You're paying a lot of money. We're talking $699 US for the console itself. And that's without the disc drive. You have to buy a disc drive separately. That was the bit that I was like, I went on to Twitter afterwards and I'm like, what? It's separate? I couldn't even imagine that. Like, really? And I think I know why they did it, because they wanted to bring the price down. So they're like, well, let's take the disc drive out and charge it separately. So it seems like it's a lot less money, even though it's a lot more money. It's a lot of money. Yeah, never mind getting a vertical stand for it and an SSD. The price goes up. And I was looking at the price and I was like, this is over like $1,000 like Canadian plus, never mind taxes. And I'm like, this is a crazy expensive machine. Okay, let's get into it and then I'll add some more bits to it.
Don't let me hang.
So what the PlayStation 5 Pro offers is a difference between fidelity and performance mode. We already had this with PS5. You could pick, fidelity mode, which was 30 frames a second, or you could do performance mode and hit that 60 frames a second, but take a hit on the graphics. Personally, I always usually play in performance mode. 30 frames a second is fine with high resolution graphics, but I do kind of like the 60 frames a second. Now with the Pro, they're saying, hey, it's gonna hit all those high numbers. You'll just have performance and fidelity all in one. You won't have to worry about switching anymore. And I gotta say, I like that, but not at this price point.
Players are choosing performance about 3/4 of the time. Removing that decision, or at least narrowing that divide, is one of the key targets for PlayStation 5 Pro. We want to give players the graphics that the game creators aspire to, at the high frame rates that players typically prefer.
So how are they going to accomplish this? With 3 big things. A larger GPU.
We made the GPU much larger and increased the speed of the memory it uses. The result is rendering that's up to 45% faster.
An advanced ray tracing.
Taking a streamlined and accelerated approach that allows calculation of the rays at double or even triple the speeds of PlayStation 5.
And AI-driven upscaling called PSSR. And this boosts your resolution and it stands for PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution.
PSSR analyzes the game images pixel by pixel and can add an extraordinary amount of detail, which boosts the effective resolution of the games.
Okay, right. So these 3 things are going to enhance your PS5 Pro and allow it to do things that the PS5 can't really do.
Open up, guys. Dwarf's orders.
And they showed off a lot of the games that will be enhanced with all these features. And I was sitting there and I was like, well, this is all fine and dandy, but I've already played all of these games, right? I've already played all of these games. I've already played them and I was happy with the experience. I wasn't upset with the experience. I wasn't like, oh man, I really wish I had, more resolution, or I really wish I had more frame rate here and there. I felt completely okay. I felt like totally fine with these experiences. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna get a PS5 Pro to play games I've already played before. Now, of course, upcoming games will take advantage of the PS5 Pro, and that's gonna be great. That's gonna be awesome. And I think this is for people who really want to buy into getting that bigger frame rate and that higher resolution graphics with some of this upscaling technology. This is for people that really want the high-end PS5 experience. And for me, I remember with the PS4 Pro, I really wanted to get one of those. I was really interested in that. And Sony sent me one and I played it and it enhanced my experience because there was a lot more games to come And it really made a difference for me back then. Where I find, and I'm gonna be honest with you, even if Sony said to me, hey John, we wanna send you a PS5 Pro, I would say no. And the reason why I would say no is because the price point is so expensive that I couldn't justify it to the audience, and I can't justify it to myself. I can't be like, you know what, it's only a little bit more money than a PS5, it's totally worth it to get this. And I don't find that this is worth it to get it. And I find that anybody who has a PS5, I don't know, for me personally, what do you guys think? I personally just want to stick with my PS5. I know a lot of people that haven't even bought a PS5. They're still on the fence about it. And maybe it's for those people that want to jump in and say, I don't have a PS5, I just want to jump in somewhere. This is my place to jump in. Wow, I'm going to buy my PS5 and a disc drive separately, and the vertical stand, and an SSD, and I'm going to jump in all in there and go into the PS5 library of first-party games, which isn't gigantic, but it's pretty good. Maybe it's for those people who haven't got a PS5 yet, for sure, and I definitely understand that. But boy, oh boy, I know I keep coming back to the price, but it's expensive. And it really makes me think what Nintendo's going to do with their Switch 2 when they can come in. What's their price point going to be? Obviously, it's going to be under a PS5 for sure.
Okie dokie! Arigato!
I was a little bit disappointed in the PS5 Pro. I was really expecting a tighter price point that was more affordable. And yeah, you're getting the graphic fidelity modes in there. You're going to get all of that and the performance. I definitely understand that. But is it really worth that price to jump in on? I don't know. A lot of people are going to be sitting there going back and forth on this one. You know, to be honest with you, and I am the happy console gamer, but I'm telling you, the happy PC gamer looks pretty good at this point, doesn't it? And for all the people out there on PC, they're all going, you guys are nuts. And you're right. You're right. It's crazy. It is crazy at this point. And the finger has been pointed by the PC gamers, and console gamers are going, yes, we agree. We agree with you. I think there's a firm handshake in between there.
What's the matter? The CIA got you pushing too many pencils?
Yeah, like, this is getting ridiculous to get a high-end console now, which is like something that you wanted to get when you bought the PS5 to begin with. But you know what? Maybe I'm completely crazy. Maybe this is a price point that everybody's like, you know what? This is okay. This is not a big deal. I think it's a huge deal. I think it's a deal breaker. And I think it's very, very expensive for what it is and for everything you're getting and everything that you're not getting, which is a disc drive. Maybe that will change. Maybe you will get a disc drive with it. At present, I don't think you do. I was seeing them being sold online separately. I'm sure they'll have a huge bundle that'll cost you your entire mortgage to pay off your PS5 Pro to get it at home. But as of right now, I am passing up on this and I'm sticking with my PS5, and I'm going to be very happy with that decision. And no regret. Like, usually I'd be like, you know, I really kind of would like those extra frame rates, and oh, I'd like that, you know, extra graphical looks with everything, and you know, sharper, and you know, AI upscaling resolution sounds all good. But no, it's something I can let go this time, and I think the next console that I'll be picking up will be the Nintendo Switch 2 whenever that is released, and with whatever name they give it. And I'll ask you guys, are you getting a PS5 Pro? Are you willing to pay the hefty price to get those extra graphical features that are present in the PS5 Pro? Let me know down below. So anyways, guys, until next time.